Hey everybody, MTG Army, this is Ben with Vic.
Hey, what's up everybody?
And we've decided to open some more product. So Vic, this is yours because you came in, what, 4th place, right?
Yeah, 4th place.
4th place in Standard Tournament at Through the Decades.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you. 4-1 overall. My breakers weren't that good. I could have maybe gotten second, but...
Don't be greedy now.
I'm going to be greedy. Oh,
I'm opening one of your packs after this one.
Yeah, of course.
So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We open tons of product all day. We make picks. If this was a draft, for the most part, hopefully soon we'll be uploading standard videos as well as draft videos of actual people drafting and playing standard. All this is brought to you by Through the Decades. If you're ever in Louisville, Kentucky, please stop by. It's a great place, great atmosphere. Jeez. Had to high five there for a moment. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, this is obvious.
So I believe obvious pick is obvious here.
Yeah, obvious pick is obvious. Let's go second. Now let's go to next pick because this is actually aside from that, this is a bad pack, but there's discussions in here. I have a feeling.
I know. I would agree. I feel like we might be off on this one, but do you want me to go first? Or you want to go first?
Ahead. I
feel like the pick here obviously is this guy, but if he's no longer there, which if you give his second pick, he will not be. I would go in the blank if I didn't know this was ever in the pack. I'd probably go God's Willing. It turns on. It's really cheap. First of all, it's 1 white. It turns on any sort of heroic ability very easily. It scries for 1. It also usually saves your creature from a kill spell or in combat damage.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Other cards that I would say are very good, and I would not fault you for picking, because I believe you will pick one of these other 3, is Dauntless Onslaught for the same reason. It turns on things. It's a combat trick, a good one. Read the Bones, because it's black. I think the card's a little overrated, to be honest.
Oh, it's very, very overrated.
I definitely believe that it's a good card. Mm-hmm. And the Dryad.
Okay.
Because bestows a very good ability, and it also turns on, like all the other ones I've named other than Read the Bones, it turns on heroic.
Okay. For me, of course, obvious being obvious, I know what I would be taking. But with that said, I agree with you. The God Willing is a very good card. I would not feel comfortable taking it first pick. I want impact on the board rather than a combat trick first.
Sure.
It's impactful if you have the creatures. I'm going Leaf Crown Dryad first with Dauntless Onslaught. And this will sound strange, but Swords to Plowshare.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's the green swords.
Oh,
the one death touch for 1.
This is a card, ladies and gentlemen, that you want to be picking up if you're in green. You want as many of these as you can. You don't.
How many would you play in a deck if you had like infinite?
I would probably play about 3 or 4 if I could, because it's good. It's a removal spell. It's going to get in for a little bit of damage.
It's cheap.
It
blocks the ground.
You're going to get it on the wheel if you're the green deck. If you're the dedicated green deck, you're going to get it on the wheel. You never take this card over
Leaf Crown Dryad.
I don't think you take it over Leaf Crown Dryad. I don't think you take it over
the Asp.
Oh, the Asp is amazing.
Asp is very good. Same for the Nemesis of, I don't remember the guy's name, but the 6-drop 5/5 that becomes a 10/10.
Yes. Those are about the only other green cards that would go above.
Well, you have the Uncommon Bestow guy as well.
You have the Uncommon Bestow guy, which is decent. I actually like this a little bit better.
This is also all from the top of my head, so.
Yeah, I really do like this card a ton.
All right.
But that would be my pick, and hopefully get this on the wheel. This is a pretty shitty pack minus
the mythic that you get to take home.
Yes. And maybe going in my standard deck. I'm not 100% sure.
Sure. All right. Next pack.
Can't help it, guys. I'm playing junk, and Elspeth's
are expensive. It performed well.
I am surprised. I am surprised.
Okay. So I'll open up the next one.
I appreciate that.
You know what I think is so far.
I have a feeling this pack is going to hurt me in some regard.
And that nice squeak coming off the cards. I definitely didn't open as well as you did, as far as cost goes.
All right, go ahead. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first this time.
I
think there's 2 cards in this pack.
There are. There's the Lightning Strike and the Horizon Scholar.
Yep, that's my 2.
I'm gonna go lightning strike because I find myself draft. If I can force it, I want to be the red white aggro deck.
See, and if I force what I usually force, it's usually blue white heroic. So I would take that.
Yeah,
the scholar.
This card I really like. I saw a video done by Caleb Durwall
Sure.
on Channel Fireball today, and he had the red white heroic deck and the really aggressive red white deck. And after playing the one I played last week, I've fallen in love with that deck. I will force that deck if I can.
Really?
Yes, I think it.
I gotta try it at some point. I haven't drafted that much. It's a fairly new set, but I should try it.
It's very good if you get the right cards on the wheel. Like Two-Headed Cerberus is actually very good in that deck.
And I never liked him, but he has his merits at this point. I agree.
Yes,
there's so many things that pump in this format.
Yes, Dragon Mantle, if it was in here, goes amazing with this guy.
Sure.
You end games like.
Well, any bestow creature as well is really good with that guy.
The fact that it cycles, you put it on there, it fire breathes. You're just like getting so much value, and you're just doming them for like.
Certainly.
Your first attack, you play that. You're hitting them for 8 on turn 4 if it goes the right way.
Before we leave, any other mentions?
I'd like to try that.
I think it's so slow.
It's very slow, but I'd like to try it. I'd like to try it. If I had a deck full of...
I like Aqueous Form quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. And Pegasus. Pegasus is
and I think Blood, that guy's also a decent pick.
Yeah.
But nothing over the 2 cards that we mentioned before.
God, no.
So we actually have one more pack from your winnings. You want to open it? You want me to do the honors?
I will open this one.
Okay.
Because I seem to be opening better than you so far.
So, well, it is one out of... we've both opened one. But I also like how we've not agreed yet on any first picks from any of these packs. So... That's good.
And if there are 2 people of our group of friends that have done videos with you so far, it would be me and you that would agree more often than not.
Yeah, I think we're both pretty decent drafters. This is a pretty stacked pack.
Yes, it is.
You can open a foil rare. Look at you.
Yeah, no. I wish it was a little bit better.
Running well. Would you rather have the foil Colossus?
Yes, I want all the Colossi. Alright, so for me, it really boils down to...
This is a good pack.
This is a very good pack. This thing, basically, 2 cards for me. Nemesis, Lash of the Whip. Because I really do like removal.
It's funny, because my 2 cards are not either of those 2 cards.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's probably Ordeal or Ordeal, knowing you.
Well, Blue Ordeal's one of them. I don't think Green Ordeal in draft is that great. Blue Ordeal. For those that can't see, maybe. This guy's so busted. Wingsteed Rider. And I told you, I like Blue-White Heroic. It's probably my favorite deck that I've drafted so far. If you take him, you could wheel the Chosen, which just cycles. I don't understand if you have that in your pool. Like, obviously, don't play 5, 6, 7 of them. But it triggers Heroic and it cycles. Why wouldn't you play it if you're white?
Yeah, and it protects...
And it's +0/+2.
Yeah, it gives your guys a big butt. And
yeah, exactly.
We like big butts.
So I'd probably take this, wheel that, because I do think that would wheel. And you're also cutting white.
Yeah. The other thing, the only reason why I go with the Nemesis is because a lot of decks cannot deal with this.
Oh, no, he's excellent.
You can't deal with that size. Honestly, and a lot of people will look at me strange, but if you're in the slower deck, you're more in the control deck, this card does win games.
What?
It does win. I have done it online.
Right.
It will win you some games.
To be fair, I've never done it except for in Two-Headed Giant, which did win games, but it's also a slower format. So
if you're going up against the aggro deck, that's the first card you side out. But if it's in a slow attrition-based game, he wins.
Okay, that's fair. All right, MTG Army, this is Ben and Vic coming at you. Please, if you're ever in Louisville, stop by through the decades. It's a great place. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Take it easy, you guys.